Yo, guys, we are at episode 21 of Days, and once again, a wonderful episode. I couldn't have expected less, and Tsukamoto, as each episode goes by, proves to be a badass. He's improving immensely, and I'm glad to see that happening. Now we know in this game, this is practically one of their many games to get into the nationals, and I believe they're still in the preliminary, so they're still going against KO High School. And remember, the fact that their three arrows, Seiseki's three arrows, Kazuma, Mizuki, and Oshiba are out either due to injuries or due to suspending from a game. So many people are worrying that since they lost their three arrows, the people that would have, got the passes, the steals, and the goals, all, and then with the help of the rest of the team, it would have ensured a win. And a lot of people were afraid that since they lost those three arrows, Seiseki would lose their morals and they wouldn't play as well. But that's quite the opposite. Because they lost them, everything has to go up. Everything from their tenacity, their mental strength, and all of that stuff has gone up. And they're giving KO a run for their money. Now, KO versus Seiseki, as stated from last week's episode 20, KO is a freshly new school when it comes to soccer. Their history is 2 years versus Seiseki's 50 years. So for such a greenhorn school to try to go up to the big dogs, and under school trying to go up to the big dogs, they're biting a little bit more than they can chew. Now, don't get me wrong, they're a good school, especially with Kai and Maruka. They're very good soccer players. Individually, they are, but compared to Seiseki and the bases that they grounded themselves on and built upon for years, can't compare to that. So we see where these two are going back and forth, and I have to say, like Kimishita, when they said that he hungers, if anybody on the team wants a goal, he hungers for it the most. And it came down where they were able to get like a free kick. And we know he excels at passing. And he managed to get a pass, but that kick that he gave, the curve, no, like it was like a stop motion where not even the goalie could have seen the ball coming in. I was like, yo, that was a beautiful curve kick. It was beautiful. And then with Tsukamoto, like, I know the thing was everybody didn't really like this series because it was so frustratingly slow and that they thought Tsukamoto would not get better. But you always have to keep in mind that we have a character, and probably they did stretch it a little bit, but it was more realistic, where we have a character that does know nothing about the sport that they're participating in. And he's going up against people who's been playing this since they were a little child, where the ball was bigger than their whole body. They've been playing it for years. And for you expect him to get better miraculously by within the third episode was asking for too much. So I kind of liked how they were building up his character. It was very slow and it took him months, but when you compare him from the first episode to now, you can see where that growth has happened. And I'm telling you, even though he's still nothing compared to characters like Indo, who made an appearance in this episode, to monsters like Mizuki or Kazuma or Kimishita, he's doing very well. He nearly made a goal in this episode. He didn't get the goal like he did in the last with the practice match between their school and Seikan, but he was very close to getting the goal. And it's not like when they had their game against what was that school again? Saku High. It wasn't like that game where he missed and then he's blaming himself. No, he's so focused into the game, and he's realizing, he's doing for himself as well as doing for the team. And you see, with all the practice that he was doing, it's actually really paying off now, because now he's making passes, he's making steals, and he's aiming for the goal. He's playing like what a forward should play, but at the same time, not like a forward, because at the same time he's sacrificing himself for the team. So he's playing like a flip coin at this point. So that's what makes him so unique. And I like how Kazuma stated that, the more Tsukamoto starts to get better, because prior to how he is now, his real intentions was, sacrifice and trying to get better by running constantly, always practicing to run. But now that no longer is the case. And the fact that he's getting better, he's going to start realizing how much fun soccer is. And there was one thing that I did like, a quote that Mizuki said. Now he and Indo, they have that peculiar type of relationship where Mizuki doesn't really pay attention to Indo, but Indo is very interested in Mizuki. And Mizuki is saying, if it wasn't for the third years that's on the field, possibly the team would not be doing so well. But I love how Mizuki told him this quote saying that there are no first years, second years, or third years. We're all just members of the Seiseki soccer team. I love the quote that he said, because Indo was making that notion saying that, it was like all the third years, it's all they're doing, that everything that's happening on the field is because of them, not the second years and definitely not the first years, because some of the first years like Kurisu and Nitsube, they were very stiff playing. But it wasn't until Nitobe, stretched his hamstring that Kurisu started playing like he should have. But really, it's not only like one person or another person, it's the whole team that collaborates and works together. It's like, what's that saying again? It's something to deal with a team. I can't remember exactly. The dream team, to make a dream team you need a team, or something of that sort. But this episode, man, it was really good. And by the end of the episode, we were left with a cliffhanger where Tsukamoto go aim for another goal. And I'm hoping by the next episode, this goal is not blocked by the goalie or not missed. It goes straight in and they get another point, because right at this moment, Seiseki versus KO is 1-0. So I'm just really hoping, this kick that Tsukamoto did, it actually succeeds and they get another goal, so that there's no way that KO can try to redeem themselves in the second half of the match. As I see it, the series may end with them beating KO and them advancing, and we are not too sure if this will get a second season. But if it does, I will really be happy, because I really want to see more improvement on all these characters, but specifically, of course, Tsukamoto, because if he's supposed to be the next Mizuki within the 2 years, I really want to see how far he has come. So if you guys saw this week's episode of Days, episode 21, do drop a comment down below on how you felt about this week's episode. The links are in the description box as always. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!